Hi there, Smart Drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about how to drive an SUV or a larger vehicle. We'll give you tips and strategies for that. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information. Hi there, Smart Drivers. Welcome back. Talking to you today about how to drive an SUV or drive a larger vehicle. Now, just before we get started here, if you're new to Smart Drive Test helps new drivers get a license, veteran drivers to remain crash-free, and CDL drivers to start a career as a truck or bus driver. So if you're new here, consider subscribing just about there. As well, hit that bell. That way you'll get instant notification when I get the videos up for you. Today I'm working with Bannister Honda here in Vernon. Family business, family values, and they have provided a Honda Pilot, which is one of their biggest SUVs. It's actually an 8-passenger vehicle, and it's going to be really good for showing you some of the exercises that you can do to get used to a larger vehicle. So we're going to hook up the cameras in the car, and we're going to show you how to do that and get used to and familiar with figuring out where a larger vehicle is in space and place. All right, so 2x4 exercise. We're in the vehicle here, and we're going to do the driver's side. We're going to go around, and then we're going to do the passenger side, and then we're going to do it in reverse. Oh, we got about halfway on the front there, on the back. We missed the back. Oh, and we have the backup camera, but I don't think I can use the backup camera. I think I can just use the mirror. Did I get it? I think I did. Yep. Get to the front. It's a little harder because it's, there we go, we got it on. There we go. Okay, so we'll do the driver's side, backing up. There we go. So I can't do this without looking in the mirror, so there you go. There's the first thing you want to do. So you just want to move up and drive to the pylon, and nice and easy, gentle, and tap the pylon. That way you're going to figure out where your vehicle is in space and place. Right there. Reverse. And then for this one in the back here, when you're reversing, just the reverse camera actually is really helpful here because you can see right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go beside the pylon here in reverse and see how close you can get on the passenger side. And again, looking in the mirror is going to help you out because the wing mirror is your farthest point away from the pylon. So right there. Okay, so backing up along the pylon. And again, you want to be looking in the mirror. And the mirror is going to be your best guide for seeing it. And then the driver's side is going to be fairly easy because this is your smallest blind area on this side here. And again, you've got the signal warning you that you're within close proximity to something, and it's on the outside of the wing mirror, so it makes it very easy. And for me, it's the mirrors. I have to look in the wing mirrors. You could turn around if you wanted to, but for me, I find using the mirrors fairly simple. Okay, and it's good practice for you to get used to using the mirrors. And again, you want it right on the outside of the mirror there. And that's your widest part of your vehicle. Alright, so probably the easiest thing to do first is to park in beside another car where there aren't too many cars around. So there's one right here, so we'll just do that. And then you can get a sense. You can see the steering as well. Pull it back to, and you're straight, and you're beside the vehicle. That's simple. Try that. And we'll park here because there's two spaces, so there's lots of room to get in between these two vehicles here. And you can see, because we have a bigger vehicle, we're not going to be in the space. So, but we're straight, vehicle parked, done, reverse. All right, 360-degree scan, nobody coming in the parking lot. Check the backup camera, always helpful. Drive and proceed. And now we'll go for a drive. This is the last step of learning how to drive a bigger vehicle. Wait for this nice person. And if you're preparing for a road test, make sure you got two hands on the steering wheel. If you're not preparing for a road test and you're working on driving a larger vehicle after you get your license, then the two hands on the steering wheel doesn't matter quite so much. Give the pedestrian a little bit of space there. We just move over to the left. Make sure you shoulder check before you move the vehicle laterally. even though this wonderful pilot has all the bells and whistles and tells you where people are in the world. Try not to run into the big Ford as we're getting out of the parking lot. Pitch forward so we can see. Make sure that people are committed to the turn before you pull out in front of them. Steering tires are moving, so now we can go. And again, for large vehicle, the same principle applies when you're pulling up into traffic. Stop so you can see the tires of the vehicle in front of you, making clear contact with the pavement. That leaves about one vehicle length between you and the vehicle in front, and it's really good defensive posturing. Put my signal back on because it canceled there on the way up. And looking down the road as far as you can, I'll put the video up in the corner for you on centering your vehicle in the lane if that's what you're having trouble with. And you can have a look at that because that'll help you out. Again, when you're going around corners, you want to stay to the outside of the curve. So on that right-hand turn there, you want to stay out to the left. That way you're going to get your bigger vehicle around the corner. You're not going to run the wheels up on the curb and those types of things. Okay, good following distance. You're scanning the intersection. You're staying out to the left here because that's your smallest blinds area on your vehicle, as opposed to the passenger side, which is your biggest blind area. This area down here where you're going to get into congested urban areas is probably where you're going to have the biggest challenges in terms of driving a larger vehicle, an SUV or whatnot. So you just stick to all your basics of shoulder checking, scanning properly, and again looking far down the road so you can keep the vehicle centered in the lane. So when you're driving straight down the road in a larger vehicle, most of the time that fog line, the white solid line on your right side of the vehicle, should be in the center of the hood. If that's in the center of the hood, that's one of the quick checks you can do to make sure that your larger vehicle is centered in the lane while you're driving and straight in a forward motion. So those are some tips and strategies for driving a larger vehicle. Do those exercises and you'll learn where the vehicle is in space and place. If you don't have a great deal of experience in different vehicles and those types of things, work with the pylons, work with the 2x4, and that will help you out. And remember, the wing mirrors are the farthest points on the right and left of the vehicle, so if you're outside of those wing mirrors, you're going to miss whatever you're driving past. And it's great on this Pilot because it's got all kinds of sensors and whatnot that will help you out in terms of staying safe on the roadway. And I'd like to thank Bannister Honda, family business, family values, and allowing me to use this great car, this awesome Pilot, to shoot this video. For another video, click here. To subscribe, click here. And all the best, and remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now. Now we got to come up with some cheesy music. I'll have to go on YouTube and find something.
It's good for ad-libbing.
It's kind of like the Spider-Man,
right?
The one where he's in the elevator and
right.
the guy's asking about his spandex. He's like, well, it rides up in the garage.